Looking back at it, I've spent way too much money on the Switch, and it clearly shows. Today, we're looking at my Switch collection, and this video has been going on for a while, been a long time in the wait, because I haven't had my entire Switch collection in one spot, because I do live in two different houses, and everything's still not here. I'm actually still missing a lot of stuff, but this is the majority of it, and we're gonna get right into it. Now, the first console I bought with my own money was a Wii U. That was a really big purchase for me. Turns out the Wii U didn't actually sell that well. Turns out I made bad decisions. But the second console I bought for myself was a Switch. I was driving back from Florida, 30-hour drive from Florida back here to where I live, and it was like 2 in the morning, and I'm watching the press conference, streaming it from my phone, watching this thing, and I remember they released it. They said releasing March 3rd. I waited 6 hours in line for the Switch and bought way too much over the last 2 years. If you want to see the brief footage I have of waiting 6 hours in line for the Switch that I filmed 2 years ago, you can go check out the info card. It's all there. But yeah, the Switch recently turned 2 years old, and this is my basic collection. Starting off, over the years, I've had so many Switch cases. This is the biggest overkill. This giant travel case. Including this one, I've had like 3 or 4 different Switch cases. I bought one later launch, really cheap one. I bought a cool Mario Odyssey one. I bought another thin sleeve one. And now there's this giant one that my dad bought me when he was on vacation, and I actually love it because I can put everything in here, and it's actually so full in here. So let's get right into it. Honestly, opening this thing up, obviously, beautiful case. I just shoved everything I have in here. Obviously, you got the Switch. If you guys did not see this, it is signed by Charles Martinet. I don't really talk about this much, that I got the Switch signed by Charles Martinet. If people see it, they're like, oh cool, who's that signed by? I'm like, it's signed by them. It's signed by him, Charles Martinet. I don't know how to speak English. As you can see, I have a case on it. This is the Nyko Slim case. It's designed so you could still put this in the dock while keeping the case on. This was a big deal for me because when I got the Switch signed, I didn't realize it would smudge. And if you look at the S here, it's you can't really tell on camera, but it's smudged just a little bit the first day I got it, and I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna work long term. But honestly, then Nyko came out with this beautiful clear case, and it even had, I even put the Joy-Con grips on. It actually makes it very comfortable, and it's nice. It actually looks very cool. I love the blue and red look. So yeah, that's that. Wasted too much time talking about that. This is where it gets overkill, okay? I got the Joy-Cons that came with the Switch. Obviously with the grip, but I also got a second set of Joy-Cons. Now, why is this overkill? Why did I get a second set of Joy-Cons? Well, I actually got the second set of Joy-Cons when ARMS came out, because I'm like, hey, if I want to play multiplayer in ARMS, I need a second set of Joy-Cons. Before that, I was playing Mario Kart multiplayer, but it can use half a Joy-Con, but then I need a second set of Joy-Cons. So boom, got a second set of Joy-Cons. But wait, there's more. Got my Splatoon 2 Pro Controller that I got in New York City. I never actually owned a Pro Controller, and I wasn't planning to get a Pro Controller right away because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was actually streaming and doing all that crazy stuff using Joy-Cons with the Joy-Con grip. But then I saw this limited edition Splatoon, and I'm like, I gotta get it. It's limited edition with the cool colors. Shout out to my friend Anthony, who's probably watching this right now. He really wanted one of these, but he never found them ever again. I was lucky enough to be in New York around the same time that Splatoon 2 came out, so they had these. I think it was like 2 weeks after the game came out, and they still had them in stores, so I was lucky enough, but my friend Anthony never found them again. And he actually got a Pro Controller, I think, that September, and he went and he never found them, and he's stuck with the plain black one. But wait, there's more. Got this wired Power A Mario controller, which I think is really cool, but I'm not trying to like get this in focus or something. Don't focus on me, look on the controller or something, whatever. But I think this controller is really cool. I actually love the sort of clicky buttons. I think the sticks are great. It's a very comfortable controller, and it looks beautiful. It is a beautiful looking controller, but I don't really use it because if I have people over, I'm gonna use it, but I haven't had people over in a while. And even then, you got the Joy-Cons, you got the Pro Controller. I have to have a lot of people over to use it. I don't really use it. It's not my main controller, especially since I've been playing a lot of Smash, and that's where the GameCube controller comes in. A week after owning Smash, I played a lot with the Pro Controller, and I'm like, no, I want a GameCube controller. I want to play the right way, the original way. About the original GameCube controller from when it first came out, first party, and a Hyperkin dock with the so I can use it on the Switch. In total, this is 4 controllers plus the ones on the system, but keep in mind that at the other house, I have another Power 8 wired controller and another Pro controller, just so I don't have to carry those controllers around. You know, instead of having to pack up and bring these controllers back and forth, I can leave these here and have extra controllers there. That's how insane my controller game is. Technically speaking, if I brought all my controllers together, I could probably do 8-player Smash Bros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the ones on the Switch can be half Joy-Cons, boom, 8-player Smash. That's how many controllers I own. It's insane. It's almost like, only Smash Bros. Allows 8 players. Why do I have so many controllers? I don't know. I can't even use this for many games because I'm missing a lot of buttons. Like, what? Okay, we got the controllers out of the way, the case, pretty much empty. I'm just gonna toss on the ground for a bit. Let's get into the fun stuff. The games. These are just the physical copies. We're gonna go into the Switch soon. I'm gonna try to do this in the order I got them, but then again, it's gonna be hard to go through this all. Alright, story time. When the Switch first came out, I was excited. Waited 6 hours in line, saved up all my money. I kid you not, I spent way too much money on the Switch. I got extra warranties and this and that and the other. But I did not buy controllers. That day I bought a Switch, a case, I think 1 amiibo at the time, and I bought 3 games. I said, I'm not gonna joke around. I believe this Switch will be a big deal. I didn't buy controllers, I didn't think about that. My logic was at the beginning, I had 2 controllers on the Switch ready because, you know, that whole big deal. I didn't really bring or buy any other controllers. I spent all my money on games. I didn't want to spend too much time on one game because I felt like I was gonna get bored and neglect the console. And also, I wanted to start building up a physical copy collection, which it's tiny, but it's something. Obviously, you got your Breath of the Wild, greatest game ever. I think it got Game of the Year. Got your Bomberman. This game is so good. I definitely never finished the single player mode. When I have people over, I love playing this with them because it's such a hectic game. You're running around putting bombs everywhere. It's such a hectic game. People love it. I love it. And I get to play this online too, which is really cool. There's an online mode. And then don't judge me on this purchase, but it was free, okay? I traded in 2 Wii U games for this one. I think the games I traded in, I don't remember what the second game was, but I know one of them was Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. And actually, a few months after getting rid of it, I was like, I want to play that game again, it's really fun. And they released it on Switch. I don't own it actually, but eventually I'm gonna buy it. It looks like a really fun game. I would love to replay it. I sold it along with one other game to get Just Dance 2017. And you know what? I don't regret it because again, when people come over and they're like, Just Dance, it's such a stupid game. But you know what? I had a lot of fun time on this. So yeah. Shortly after the Switch released, Nintendo went through a phase where they're like, we must release a cool game every, I can't speak English, jeez. Nintendo went through a phase where they said, we have to release a new cool AAA title, or close to that, every single month, because if not, the Switch is gonna die. I joke of course, that's pretty much what happened here in April when I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In June, I skipped May because May was like Minecraft, right? Yeah. In June, when I got ARMS. In July, when I got Splatoon. In August, when I got Pokken Tournament DX. September, I don't think they released anything. And then in October, Mario Odyssey. Which again, this game is, oh my god, so great. I made a review and unboxing on this game. I'll put them both in the info card if you guys want to see them. It's fairly old. I ended up buying the game, the collector's guide for all the moons and stuff, and 3 amiibo, all 3 amiibo for Mario Odyssey. And I don't regret it. Now I would show those a part of the Switch collection, but technically amiibos are their own thing. The guide is a collector's sort of item. I'm not gonna include them, but guys, let me know in the comments below if you want to see a whole Switch collection, because I got like over like 30 amiibos, a bunch of guides, a bunch of cool stuff. You can kind of see like my 3DS, my DS collection there. I got cool stuff. I got games. So like, let me know in the comments below if you want to see a full Nintendo collection video. But this is just my Switch stuff. These 3 games I got for Christmas. Now, I don't remember in what order. I know I got this before Christmas, which was really, really cool. I like Tetris a lot. I'm gonna make a video on Tetris soon. I'm gonna be making a video on Tetris soon, so if you guys are excited to see that, click that subscribe button and notification bell so you are notified when I make that video. Don't worry, it's on Tetris 99, Battle Royale Tetris. But yeah, I bought that, and then for Christmas I got these 2 games. This one actually came with the collector's guide, so it was the whole special edition version, and Xenoblade. What can I say about Xenoblade other than I got halfway through it, found out it was way too hard for me, and gave up. At least I'm honest, okay? I got like halfway through the game, and then I'm like, I reached a part where I found really, really hard, and I never went back to it, and I kind of have to go back to it because it's a really fun game. The last 2 physical games I got are Kirby Star Allies. This came out a few months after I got Xenoblade. I think it came out that February of 2018, which was really, really cool. And after this game came out, it all went downhill. The last game in my physical collection is Smash Bros. That came out at the end of 2018, meaning all 2018 I did not buy a single physical copy Switch game. But that doesn't mean anything for my digital collection, which, if you think about it, it's so dumb. Okay, there's a giant gap in 2018 where I don't buy games simply for the fact that there weren't any good games coming out that year that really enticed me. On top of that, so I keep all my games, they're not actually in the cases. The cases are all empty. I mean, if you want to see, they're all empty. But I keep all my games in one of these things. It's just all, every game I own is essentially in here. For I want to say 6 months. I didn't really do the math, maybe like 5 months, whatever. But I lost this for a while. Every game I own, except for Mario Kart and Smash Bros, because I had Smash Bros after I lost this. So yeah, that was fun. And before I had all my games there, I had my games in these things, but these things can only hold 4 games, these little pouches, and I have another 3 of them. So like, you really think after I run out of space here, I have 4 more slots here. I got 4 more. You really think after I run out, I'm gonna start using these? I like carrying them without the cases. Those are the physical games I bought in 2018. There are some digital stuff I bought in 2018. I'm just gonna read out the digital items that I did not, that I paid for, but did not say yet. I don't have my capture card set up, nor do I want to set it up, but just to keep the whole thing well-rounded. All right, starting off, I got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Jackbox Party Pack 3. If I do a lot of Quiplash videos on that thing, if you guys wanna go watch Quiplash, I'm gonna have a little, playlist ready for you guys. Go check that out as well. Rocket League, Hollow Knight, Fast RMX, Voez, Frederick 1 and 2, Snake Pass, and I think everything else was free. Yeah, everything else was free, and obviously I had the Nintendo Virtual Console because of the fact that I pay for an online every single year. That was my whole Switch collection. That just goes to show how much I invested in the freaking Switch. I hope this console doesn't die because I spent way too much on this, and I pretty much invested so much in Nintendo. I got so many other Nintendo things if you guys want to see. But yeah, I only showed you guys the Switch stuff. I got a bunch of DS stuff, got a bunch of Wii U stuff, and I got just a bunch of like collectible items. So give this video a like if you guys want to see a video on Nintendo collectibles. Tell me in the comments below what your favorite part of this video was, as well as if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe for new videos every single week. And put the notification bell on so you know when I post videos. Anyways guys, I'm Snake. See you in the next one. Peace out.